Alright, so welcome back to another video on how to become a business consulting freelancer, especially looking at how to conduct a research and gather quality data. Right now, I'm gonna look at the research that I have done over the past couple of weeks, alright, especially on how to create an e-commerce with Vue that allows to build user interface on the web, Nox to streamline the web development, Strappy for store the state of our app outside of our server using an admin panel, uh, using this GraphQL, where now this is a new way of how can we interact with front-end and back-end applications. Docker to containerize the entire e-commerce so we can deploy anywhere and integrate that with Stripe, this payment solution. Okay, this online payment solution, by the way. So yes, so now here need to know is what an e-commerce. What e-commerce. Sorry. So what is an e-commerce? Okay, and the term itself, according to Amazon, refers to the trade of good and service on the internet. It is your bustling city center or your brick and mortar shop convert into zeros and one on the internet superhighway. Now Shopify mentioned that while e-business refers to all aspects of operating an online business, e-commerce refers specifically to the transaction of good and service. And with that, then I look at the different type of e-commerce or business model and their entities, the actors that are involved here. So you have government, business, and consumers. And the most widely common business model is the business to consumers. Okay, in here you have online retailers like Amazon, Walmart, and Target. Digital marketplace where now consumers can purchase to individual or small business in place like Etsy or eBay. Streaming or subscription service where now consumers can subscribe to where consumers now can sign in or where consumers can now sign in monthly or yearly for service delivery or digital streaming like Netflix or all streaming service, okay, or online streaming like Netflix or Spotify. Consumers can now online travel booking where now consumers can book a flight or hotel or rent a car online in place like Expedia, Booking.com, or Airbnb, or food ordering and delivery service. Well, now here, consumers can order food to restaurants online, such as Grubhub, specifically on the US, Uber Eats, or Dashdoor. Right, so this is the 5 most common example according to ChatGPT when it comes to business to consumers, right? Online retailer, digital marketplace, subscription service, online travel and booking, and food ordering and delivery service. Business to business is another type of e-commerce where now you have is digital marketplace or online marketplace, such as Alibaba, Amazon Business, eBay Business, EDI, electronic data interchange, paperwork that were traditionally made on paper, like purchase order or invoice, now they are done electronically through these IDA systems, right? The electronic data interchange. IBM provide that. Supplier portals for very large business, they set up online supply portal to streamline their supply chain and procurement process, which involve the purchase of and sale of large volumes of goods and service with to get a good bid. Okay, in a nutshell. So here you have is the Walmart Wholesale Supplier Center and Arriba of SAP Arriba Network. Okay, wholesale e-commerce, where now manufacturers and distribute sell their product to business, such as Uline in Gringer, and business-to-business payment solutions. PayPal and Stripe provide now business-to-business payment gateway, so business can receive and send payments electronically. Another business model is the consumer to business, where now consumers offer their service to business, like freelance work, graphic design, web development, freelance writer on platforms like Upwork, Freelance, and Fiverr. Um, online survey, where now consumers can participate to where consumers can participate on online where consumers can participate in online service for market purpose research, such as um, SurveyMonkey, for example. User-generated content, where now its consumers sells their digital content to business, image, audio, and photos, right? So you have here is Shutterstock, iStock, or Audio Jungle, which are places where you can do that. Crowdfundings, where now consumers can raise funds for their own ideas and projects, like Indiegogo and Kickstarter, or in a reverse auction, right? Where now consumers put a price quota on products that business offer in a reverse auction, like name your price or price line. Okay. Another business model is the government here. Okay, the government to business, public procurement portals, where now government agency provides an online platform for governments to bid for business to bid on government contract, like the FBO, the Federal Business Opportunity on the US, or the UK government contract finder service. Payment and tax filing, government agents provide online service for filing and payment systems to business, like the electronic federal tax like the electronic federal tax the electronic okay the electronic federal tax payment system, exactly, from the US. Okay, the electronic federal tax payment system, EF, EFTPS EFTPS. Okay, EFTPS, the Electronic Federal Tax Payment System in the US, or the HM Revenue and Custom on the UK. This is tax filings and payments, licensing and permit application. Okay, where now business can apply to license or permits such as food service or building permits, international trade and custom clearance. So government agency provides online service to facilitate cross-border trade like the electronic custom clearance or export declaration. And when I saw export declaration, this is a paperwork required to import. This is paperwork required. This is government paper. This is government paperwork required to business for import and export good and service. This export declarations or business incorporation, right? When a government agency allows business to register, such as the SBA, the Small Business Administration on the US, or the Company House on the UK, in the UK. All right. So now with this, I can develop a more clear idea what's going on here in the e-commerce. Okay, especially when it comes to government and business, right? Also, I look at examples of government to consumers, such as tax payment portals, where now many government agencies let their citizens to pay their taxes in any of their payment options or any payment portals, like the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service, or the HM Revenue and Custom in the UK. Vehicle registrations and licensing, where now many government agencies provide a or many government agency allows their citizens to register or renew their vehicle registration license, such as DMA, DMV, the department, the department Motor Vehicle California, USA, or the driver licensing, the driver vehicle licensing agency. Or the driver and vehicle, okay, the driver and vehicle licensing register, licensing agency in the UK. No, okay, exactly. So driver and vehicle. So driver and vehicle licensing agencies. Driver and vehicle. What is this? So like the driver and vehicle licensing agency. All right. Passport renewal. Passport applications and renewal, when now government agency allows their citizens to order to apply or renew their passport document online, such as the US Department State Passport Service or the UK government, the UK the UK government official passport service. Let me see if this is necessary here. The UK government, okay, the HM passport office, the UK government official passport service. Okay. The UK government official passport service. The UK government official passport service. Online bill payments, where now governments provides, where now governments allow, where now governments provides online payment options for citizens to pay their utility bills, like water, electricity, property taxes, and other government fees, and birth and death certificate ordering. Where now government agencies allows their citizens to order birth and death certificates online, such as the UK government General Register Office. Okay, the UK government General Register Office and the US National Center for Health Statistics. So these last two examples, okay, and to make a quick recap of this, I think this is something very, very important to recognize is the pattern here. To recognize is the pattern here. And to recognize that pattern, okay, yeah, to recognize that pattern amongst different entities, like the business, like the business. So like business, governments and consumers. I just want to make a quick recap of all of this because I think this is something very, very important to understand and to have that as a mental model. Okay, as entire uh, the entire course. Okay, from to make a quick recap of this course as well. First, getting started building a freelance consulting career to learn the fundamentals. Okay, and also what does it mean or what are the tasks that a consulting does, the fundamentals, how consulting success looks like, and how can I get and earn the most from my consulting success or from my consulting service, and some practical tools, right, to improve my uh, productivity and find balance in my day-to-day activities. Then I look at now getting started as a freelance consulting career, which is first identify a niche, then align yourself with an established platform. Once you do that, create your offers, and then create a value statement that helps you to simplify that. And don't forget, once you get a client, is to outline things that are very important, like the scope of the work, how success is going to be measured, and don't forget to keep the communication line open. So with that, the whole idea of this is to escape the clock, because you can offer or you can price your service hourly or fixed, right? But the whole idea, or in those consultants that are having tremendous success, more often than not, they have a bunch of recurring clients for that, and that's what you want: recurring clients, where you can provide your service and suggestions. And especially when you started as this uh, as offering your service, follow the ladder or the value ladder. Again, this is just help as a guideline, all right? With your lowest level of offering is the consultation. Then on top of that, you have, or once you move, or once you push the client up the value ladder, you will have is the the product overview. All right. Now, on top of that, you have is some hang hours monthly to provide your service, and ultimately you have a monthly subscription or a monthly flat rate you're gonna charge to them. Okay. So then, once you look at what consulting business is, how to craft an offer, and you align yourself with that niche to craft your offer, now it is time to put at practice all what you have learned, because this is what you're going to use and to get some real feedback from the market by first getting to know and identify the place where you can find high paying consulting clients. Okay, and the mistake to avoid that, all right, is like focusing too much on your portfolio, not focusing on your skills, and running pay ads. Okay, so the whole idea here is to focus yourself in the results, and then, especially when you started to get some clients, or if you're new to that field, okay, identify where are the most common places where you can find them, such as online platforms, okay, or with your existing network, or in employment sites, right? And some consultation tips to land more additional clients, like show your face, because it's important to create a distinction between your digital avatar from yourself. And don't forget that this is a numbers game, okay? And also, consultation sell tips to improve your sell pitch, or to improve your sales, to finding to find and land high paying consulting clients. And this is, well, active listening, uh, active listening, use speed, use solution based selling solutions, and add value and add free value for that. So once I know that, okay, again, this is just making a quick recap of the entire course. Then I look at what are the things that most of the time come out when you're offering your service. Objections. It is important to tackle all objections and to figuring out what the real objection is, and know then how to handle client payment from the beginning. Okay, so get the service agreement signed, secure the payment terms, and then provide your service. And remember that the ultimate goal of this is to scale your business. So right now, okay, now I'm looking is at how to conduct the proper research and gather quality data. The same idea, uh, that's the same reason why I make this entire course review, and because I'm using that as a guidelines, as this type of e-commerce, because this is something very valuable and useful in your day-to-day life. Okay, because now you can recognize and identify yourself, where you are, where will you like to move, and the ecosystem where you are as well, you know. And also see how other people, like-minded, you can connect to or let it go as well. So yeah, this is a very beautiful experiment that I'm doing right now. In any case, yes, I'm going to recap uh, the entire section here of the type of e-commerce with examples, right? I'm just going to name the type of e-commerce and it is example, period. Okay. And yeah, I'm going to name the type of e-commerce as there are a couple example, and as a couple example. So here you have is business to commerce, the most widely business model used, such as online retailers like Amazon, Target, or Walmart on the US specifically, digital marketplace like Etsy or eBay, subscription service like Netflix or Spotify, online online travel, online booking travel, okay, like Expedia, Airbnb, and Booking.com, online delivery or online food service and delivery, uh, online ordering food and delivery service, such as Grubhub, Uber Eats, and DoorDash. For the business to business, we have is market deed or online marketplace, such as Alibaba, Amazon e-business, eBay business, EDI, such as IBM provide that, online supply or portal suppliers, such as Walmart Supply Center and SAP Arriva Network, wholesale e-commerce like Uline and Gringer, and business to business payment solutions like Stripe or PayPal. Now for the consumer to business, you have freelance work like Upwork, Fiverr, and freelance, online server such as SurveyMonkey, uh, crowdfunding like Indiegogo, Kickstarter, user generated content like Shutterstock, iStock, or Audio Jungle, and reverse options like name your price and uh, name your price and price line. So for government to business, public procurement portals like the FBO, the Federal Business Opportunity in the US, or the UK Government Contract Finder Service in the UK, tax payment or tax filing and payment like the electronic federal tax payment systems in the US, or the HM Revenue and Customs on the UK, perm, uh, permits and licensing applications or licensing and permit application for food service or building permits, international trade and custom clearance, such as electronic custom clearance or uh, export declaration, and the business registration, such as the SBA in the US, Small Business Administration, or the Company House in the UK. So for the government to consumers, you have these tax payment portals like the IRS in the US or the HM Revenue and Customs on the UK, vehicle licensing registration like the DMV, California, USA, or the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Agency in the UK, passport applications and renewal, such as US Department State Passport Service or the UK Government Official Passport Service, utility bills, like, let me look at this. Is this online bill payments, where now governments allows to consume. So now governments provide payment options to citizens to pay their utility bills like electricity, water, property taxes, and other government fees, and order birth and death certificates, such as the UK Government General Register Office or the US National Center for Health Statistics. And this entire overview, okay? So then I look at the example of consumers to government, right? Okay. Mhm. All right. So right now, looking at this, let me take a pause here. Okay. So right now, I'm looking here at example of consumer to government. So where you have is online donations. Consumers can make online donations to government agencies or organizations such as disaster relief organizations, on websites like American Red Cross or UNICEF, United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. Online permit application, where now consumers, online payment applications for consumers, such as fishing licensing or hunting permits, permit payment of fine or fees, fines or fees, like traffic tickets or parking tickets on government agency website, traffic tickets or parking tickets, online petitions, okay, so online petitions, so consumers can sign online petitions to influence government policy, such as change.org or care2, and online petitions and online tax filing. Online tax filing. So consumers can file their taxes online and receive funds, such as on the IRS website or the HM Revenue and Customs website in the UK. Okay, so now where and how does e-commerce takes place? Okay, mobile e-commerce, enterprise e-commerce, and social media e-commerce. So considering this places where an e-commerce takes place, I should now is focus my e-commerce to mobile, right? To be more mobile friendly. Again, again, to build a more realistic application for that. Mhm. Whereas e-business refers to all aspects of operating an online business, e-commerce refers specifically to the transaction of good and service. Exactly, exactly. And then looking at the competitor analysis. Okay, so you have is Amazon, Alibaba, Shopify, IKEA, Walmart, and eBay. Again, this is also something important, especially to get a to know and to get a clear idea of what's going on in that industry. If you are going to dedicate time and you're going to invest time into this, all right? So that'll be all for this video. Take care. Bye bye.